Namaste everyone. Among all the Deepavali releases, both in Tamil and in Telugu, I felt the weakest of all the trailers was actually that of the movie Dude. And I went in even in spite of not getting anything out of the trailer, and it was not just me. The theater was actually full with youngsters, and all of us had gone in with just the confidence on one person, Pradeep Ranganathan. This is just his third movie and he already has a loyal fan base. That is very rare, and Dude movie definitely doesn't disappoint at all. Even though the movie's storyline is an age-old point which has been seen in Maunaragam and has been seen in Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam and also to some extent in Jab We Met, but still it is the freshness of the movie which strikes a chord with the audience. And the movie also shows the reality, the two-faced reality of today's India. On one hand, we have youngsters who are inventing new relationship statuses like situationship, and on the other hand, you still have the reality of honor killing. This is very well shown in this movie and it is beautifully balanced. I loved some of the scenes which could have been only possible if the director himself is also the writer of the movie. For example, the heroine's character, after a heartbreak, goes and cries in her washroom. And when the hero's character has a heartbreak, he again goes and cries in the same washroom. This can only be conceived by the director when he's writing the scene. And that is really amazing detail which I loved. Some of the comedy scenes land so well that I was thinking that no one else other than Pradeep Ranganathan, maybe Dhanush, could pull off these scenes so well. In the name of modern approach, unfortunately, the movie trivializes some very serious topics like honor killing and marital infidelity. And the Sharat Kumar's character's change of heart in the end was very abrupt and very cinematic in my opinion. Pradeep Ranganathan doesn't get hurt at all in this movie. Whether he's being bashed by a hall full of people or he's jumping from first floor to the ground floor, he simply gets up, dusts his clothes, and then he walks very easily. First of all, it doesn't suit his physique at all, and second of all, it is not in sync with the tonality of the movie where everything else is so realistic. These stunts are so unrealistic. I did not like the ending of the movie where the hero has to get a heroine, and this was done in Dragon movie as well, but it had a very good backstory to it. Here it feels forced and feels like they are trying to have a recall value for Pradeep Ranganathan's movies where his character cannot be left alone at all. He has to have a heroine in the end. It felt very forced upon the audience, and hopefully he doesn't repeat the same thing in his future movies. Story, I would say 0.5 out of 1. The core of the story is not anything new, but it has been embedded under a lot of layers, whether it is the approach of today's youth or the social messaging layer. All of them are very well layered into the story, and that's what makes it interesting. Screenplay, I would say 0.5 out of 1. On one hand, I loved the pacing of the movie, which never leaves a dull moment, but at the same time, the serious topics are not well explored and not given the space they require. Acting, I would say a solid 1 out of 1. Pradeep Ranganathan is anyway in good form, but he is overshadowed by the acting of Mamitha Baiju. She is simply superb in both fun sequences as well as emotional sequences. Hats off to her acting in this movie. And equally good is Sharat Kumar. He has got a very, very meaty role and he pulls it off like how. Even Rohini, in a very small role and small screen presence, pulls off very well. She acts brilliantly in those small sequences as well. Other departments, I would say 0.75 out of 1. My three movie makers have delivered a very good product in terms of production values. You can see how well the finance has been spent, and it shows on the screen. The BGM and the songs are also to the point and very well suited for the movie. But the action sequences and some of the VFX shots could have been done better. Overall package, I would say 0.75 out of 1. The movie was heavily promoted in both Telugu states as well as Tamil state. And the release window is also very good, especially the Deepavali lineup. The rom-coms traditionally have performed very well during this season. But the trailer, as I said earlier, doesn't reveal anything. You have to go in blind based on your confidence level. The trailer could have been made more interesting in my opinion. So my final rating is going to be a very, very well-deserved 3.5 out of 5. Look, if you're comparing it to Dragon, if you ask me, is it as good as that? I would say no. Dragon is in a completely different league altogether. But this is a solid movie on its own. And looking at the lineup of other movies, I am predicting that this movie will be the Deepavali winner across both Telugu and Tamil movies put together. That's it for this week. Let's see if I can watch more movies and bring the reviews in front of you. Thank you so much. Namaste.